Hi, Tom here. Welcome to today's video.
Something just shifted. The moment you didn't pivot prematurely. The moment you didn't chase the next horizon. The moment you stayed committed when restlessness hit. That changed the outcome. And now, it opens. You were tested quite recently. Excitement dipped. A new opportunity tempted you. Your current path felt slower than you'd like. Old Sagittarius would have leapt. But you didn't. You stayed. And staying built depth. From a Vedic perspective, this is karmic expansion. When Sagittarius chooses discipline over escape, life expands the path you committed to. And that's what's happening right now. You may notice later this week, momentum increasing where it once felt stalled. Recognition growing for something you almost abandoned. A door opening that aligns perfectly with your current direction. A sense of renewed belief. This isn't coincidence. It's commitment compounding. Sagittarius. Your strength has always been your vision. But this time, growth came from endurance. You didn't chase stimulation. You invested in structure. And structure magnified your vision. There may be visible rewards later this week. A long-term plan accelerating. Travel or education aligning smoothly. A professional expansion tied to something you stayed loyal to. Because you didn't sabotage it with impatience. You let it mature. So here's the deeper truth for this week. Freedom without discipline scatters your energy. Freedom with commitment creates leverage. And you chose leverage. This week may feel expansive. Ideas flowing. Opportunities widening. Optimism returning, but grounded. Because you proved you can stay long enough to see the growth. But here's the subtle reminder. Don't pivot now that it's moving. Stay steady. Let the expansion fully open. Because what's really happening is this. Life is confirming your maturity. You don't need to run toward the next thrill just to grow. Growth happens when you stand firm. And when you stand firm, the horizon moves toward you. Now, let's talk alignment. One intentional practice for you this week. Recommit consciously to what you almost left. Say it out loud. I'm staying with this. That anchors the reward cycle. Sagittarius. This week isn't about chasing the horizon. It's about watching it unfold because you stayed. You didn't run. You didn't pivot. You held your path. And now, it opens wider than before. And you need to trust that.
Before you go, there's something important you should know. These horoscopes are based on Vedic astrology, also known as sidereal astrology. That means we're using the actual positions of the stars in the sky, not the tropical system used in most Western astrology. Because of that, your sun signs here may be different than what you're used to. And that's okay. In Vedic astrology, we don't start with the sun sign. We start with the moon sign, because the moon represents your mind, emotions, and how life is experienced day to day. First, always watch this for your Vedic moon sign. That's where this horoscope will feel the most accurate and personal. Next, I recommend watching for your rising sign, also called your ascendant or lagna. Your rising sign shows how these energies show up in your physical life, your body, your environment, and the situations unfolding around you. Then, you can also watch for your sun sign, which adds insight into your identity, confidence, and sense of purpose during this time. And if love, relationships, creativity, or money are major themes for you right now, I also recommend checking your Venus sign, called Shukra in Vedic astrology, for an extra layer of clarity. For weeks where things feel intense, faded, or life-shifting, it can also be helpful to look at your lunar nodes, Rahu and Ketu. These show where growth is pulling you forward and where old patterns are asking to be released. To find your correct placements, make sure you're using a Vedic or sidereal natal chart, not a tropical one. Once you know your moon, rising, sun, and Venus signs, and optionally Rahu and Ketu, you'll get a much deeper and more complete understanding of what's unfolding. If this message resonated with you, please like the video. It truly helps support this channel and allows these messages to reach the people who actually need them. And if you're enjoying these weekly Vedic horoscopes, consider subscribing so you don't miss future messages for your signs. You are not one sign. You are a system of energies, learning how to work together. Take care and be calm.